Welcome back, everybody. This is Glockman4519. I am back with another ROM overview. Of course, as you can tell by my wallpaper, this is Fluence HD. This is actually Fluence HDM9, which means that I am running the Moki-based build. Um, this review is kind of overdue. I was going to do it a while ago, but I really wanted to give this ROM a workover. See if I could come up with something. Um, and to be honest with you, the ROM is just downright dependable. Uh, like I said before, I have a small handful of ROMs that I have loaded all the time. About five of them. This ROM makes that cut. This ROM is always on my phone. And you know, those of you that know me know my favorite builds, and Fluence is one of them. And it's, I could go out and download Moki if I wanted, but Moki does not have what Fluence has. It's got that HD quality, that HD look about it. The sound quality in it, it's outstanding. I love it. Yes, we don't have a built-in amplifier, and we don't have a DAC system like the new LG products that are coming out. But with the enhances that are in this build, I think that the sound quality is probably the best that I've heard as of late. Anyways, I'm not much of a music listener, but when I do sit down and watch videos on my phone or something like that, it's the quality is there. We're going to go ahead and get through this as quickly as possible because I know you guys are kind of sick of me coming out with all these ROMs. You know, just but it's something I like to do. I like to flash ROMs and I like to share it. So we're going to go into About Phone. You guys are going to see that this is for the Nexus 6, and it is Fluence HDM9. So this is build 9, and of course it is the Moki base. I am running Hellscore kernel. I'm running the permissive. You need to flash. You need to flash a kernel if you don't want to encrypt your phone. If you are unencrypted and you want to stay that way, um, the Moki has the kernel in it will force encryption. So just make sure you guys understand that. And if you don't want to force encryption, grab your favorite kernel and flash it. I highly recommend Hellscore permissive, and especially the one that I'm running right here, which is the HC B14M. It has the Mako hot plug in it, and for those of you that like to work with hot plugs, it's a pretty cool hot plug. All right. Under developer options, you have your advanced reboot. You have your app access or your root access. I always go apps and ADB. You guys can do what you want. I highly recommend to go with that version. Um, you want to tick on your Android debugging for obvious reasons. You do have a local terminal. If you want that, you click that, and it'll actually put a terminal in your app drawer. Here are your Windows animations here. This is where you would change that up at. I pretty much leave that alone. And then all the way at the bottom is your kill app back button. Now we are going to go into the language and input, and I'm going here because I want to show you the Xperia keyboard. This does come on the ROM. If you flash the GAPSTO, and you download the the correct version, you will get your Google keyboard. If you don't, you may want to you may want to download the Google keyboard from the Play Store. For some, the Xperia keyboard takes a little while to get used to, but once you do get used to it, it's a very nice keyboard. I like the Google keyboard because it is themable, and when I say themable, I mean through the CyanogenMod theme engine. It also themes the keyboard. It will not theme the Xperia keyboard, but With that being said, the keyboard does have some of its own options, which you would go to skins, and as you can see, you do have three options to choose from. And actually, if I was going to choose one, it would be the bottom one. That's, I think, pretty cool. Also, this keyboard does support swipe. So if you are into swipe typing like or texting like I do, it does support that. I think it's a little slower than the Google keyboard as far as the swipe goes. I think it's a little more accurate though. All right, let's see here. It does have privacy settings because this is a CM or well Moki based ROM, and Moki does base their builds off of CyanogenMod, so it does come with privacy guard. Now here are your status bar settings. Your status bar icons. These are where you can turn on or off any of the icons that you want to show or not show on your status bar. This is where you would do that at. Let's see your clock style. Here are your four choices for that. You can actually have it hidden if you want. Then of course you have your AM/PM, your network speed, battery status. Right now I have it hidden because I am running the 3-minute mod, which the people over on the XDA thread were kind enough to build me a zip for that. I will include the link for the zip to that in the down or in the yeah, in the downloads on this. I can't think this morning. Then you have your brightness control, show notification count, your quick pull down. You can show your Super Sue icon if you want to do that. It's all there under the status bar. Let's see, we're going to move on up to security. Here's where you can encrypt your phone if you so choose to do that. You have your device administrator control, of course, unknown sources. You definitely want to have that ticked on if you want to sideload any apps. If you have any apps stored on your SD card, or, well, excuse me, this is a Nexus 6. If you have any apps stored on your internal storage and you want to install them, you're going to want to have that ticked on. So, and that's pretty much it for that. Buttons. You have your button height, and of course this is for your nav bar. I stand corrected. I thought that the Pure Nexus project was the was the ROM out there that had the largest option to choose from for your status bar, but no, it is this one. 56 DPI is definitely big enough for anybody's eyes, no matter how aging they may be. And I'm not saying that my eyes are aging, but I really like that option. Then you have your left-handed mode, show arrow keys while typing. Of course, you can change your button layout right here. And it's very simple to do, guys. I've shown you before. You hit the edit, press and hold the key, slide it where you want it, and then hit save. I'm going to put everything back the way it was. That's the way I like it. You hit save, and everything's good to go. Of course, now you have your power menu, and this is typical CyanogenMod power, your power menu that comes with any CyanogenMod build. This is what you're going to get. I've seen more options on, say, the AOSP ROMs. If something's based off of AOSP, they seem to have more selections to choose from, and I don't know why that is, but it's just the way it is. Then you have your end power call or your end call by pushing the power button. You have your power button for your camera by pressing it twice. You can wake your device with your volume, and then underneath that are all your volume controls. If you listen to music a lot, these controls can really come in handy. I don't listen to music on my phone, but if I did, I would probably set them up to be a little more music listening friendly. Here are lock screen settings. Of course, you can change however lock screen you like for any type of security. Mine is just on swipe right now. Then under general, you have your live lock screen. That's kind of a new thing out, where if you choose it, You can turn it on, and there are some options. Let me go back. The option underneath it, where is it? Live screen. Or maybe I got to check it again. Um, I don't know. The last time I saw this, it had a little thing on there that you had a choice to choose from, and it said color. And when you clicked that, and you had like a real funky looking color, and it was it was kind of cool. I don't see it on here. It may be on the update, or I may be just missing it altogether. That was your lock screen. We're gonna go to notifications. Here's where you're gonna find your heads up, your do not disturb. What to show when your device is locked, what kind of notifications. Then, of course, just your app notifications and what has access, to your notifications. And, of course, you can filter them. Display and lights, you have your brightness level, adaptive brightness if you want to use that. I will say that I tried it out, and if you are outside a lot, it really does work great. It puts your phone uh, right at a good quality usage level. Then you have your rotation, your ambient display, tap to wake, your double tap to sleep. All that is there. Um, wake on plug, cast, your wallpaper. You can choose that. LCD density. Let's see, even your font size you can change. Here's where you're going to find the show search bar in the recents menu if you want that. And of course, your notification lights and your battery lights. You can change the color up on this. And you can change the flash frequency. Although I don't think the flash part of it actually works. I do know that the light comes on. And it comes on in different colors depending on how I have it set up. So that part of it does work. Okay, under sounds, this is going to be where you set up all your volumes. Right now I have everything at 100%. I have my notifications at 0. That way if I get a notification while I'm making this video and one of you guys are wearing earphones, I don't blow your eardrums out. Again, I want to just specify, or I just want to make clear that what you see under my ringtones and my notification tones do not come with this ROM. They were pulled directly from another ROM, and I incorporated them into this myself. It's very easy to do. All you need is a good file manager and root access. Under other sounds, this is what you're going to have for that. Your dial pad sounds, your screen locking sounds, touch sounds, volume adjust sounds. And then under that is going to be your charging sounds. And all the way at the bottom are your vibration controls. And that is pretty much it. I am going to go and show you that it does come with the Xperia Home Launcher on it. I am running the Nova Launcher right now. That is my preferred launcher. I do like the Xperia Launcher, but the more that I use the phone, the more that I like my Nova Launcher. Xperia Launcher is really, really close to Nova Launcher. I just think Nova Launcher has more options to it, and it could be just because I am so used to it. But I do like the features that this home launcher has. I kind of wish it would give you a little bit more, like changing the backgrounds to the folders. A little bit more customization features. But I mean, that's the way it is. This launcher is from directly pulled off of an Xperia phone, and that's the way it is. And it's actually a pretty cool launcher. And it's set up that on the Xperia phone, if you press and hold the screen, you get these options here. And of course, if you press on that, you're going to have your widgets that you can choose from, your weather widgets, clock widgets, all that's in there. And then you can also go to your wallpaper, and if you pick live, you're going to notice these are your live wallpapers. The bottom two they do not come with the ROM, but the top three do. And from what I was reading in the next version, they're going to be 4 that come in the next version, so that's going to be pretty cool. I can't wait for that. trying to think here. That's going to be about it. The last thing I want to go over with this is obviously the CyanogenMod theme engine. This is what really makes this ROM my favorite out of all of them. I like the theme engine, and you know it's not that I hate layers. Don't get me wrong. I would rather have layers than nothing. Believe me. And layers has come a long way. I've actually found a couple new layers themes that I'm going to try out, and they're looking really, really good. From what I can see, they actually color the icons in the system tray and all that. So I can't wait to try them out. And I think I'm going to try them out on one of the other Fluence builds, probably one of the Omni builds. And when I get them up and running, I will do a video on that. I think I'm going to wait, though, until build 10 comes out. But the theme I'm running right now, of course, I am running Firepop. This is the theme I'm running, and it is just a base theme, or what they call the style. For the status bar, I am running neon colors for my status bar. And then for my nav bar, I am running Vibrance. Vibrance, again, is another theme that I think is just awesome on its own. You could apply the whole theme plus the wallpapers. And what's really cool about this theme is the wallpaper on this is set up for a high definition look. So it would go perfect with this ROM, the wallpapers. I'm more of a dark color person on my phone, so that's kind of the reasons I'm not going with this wallpaper right now. And of course, my fonts, I'm pretty sure, are the transparent black. No, they aren't. Made a liar out of me. Transparent green? Nope. Sense? Yes. Okay, I'm running Sense. Oh well. Anyways, guys, there you have it. That is Fluence HDM version 9, or build 9. I can't wait for build 10 to come out. I know you guys can't neither. So when it does, I will see you then. So until then, you guys take care.